Saoirse here. I'm telling you about the introduction to the Donegal 90 Challenge, and hopefully you can visit all 90 towns in Donegal. You can see the map here. And today we are at the Bhuna Bhig, and it's actually in Bun Beag. So Bun Beag and Gweedore are kind of close together, and the Gweedore is also kind of a region. So a lot of places in Gweedore have their own towns, and Bun Beag and Beag are examples of it. Now, Bun Beag is in the list, so is Gweedore. So anyway, today we're in Bun Beag, and I'll show you some different places around that are of interest, that are kind of off the beaten path, but also some of the typical ones too. So, show you some more places. Hi, so here we are still in Bun Beag, and this is the Raidió nGaeltachta. So if you want to hear programs on the radio in Irish Gaelic, then you can listen to Raidió nGaeltachta. And they have really good shows, especially in the mornings, lots of music and lots of talk. So it's really good, and so it's just conveniently located right here in the Gaeltacht. No video of Bun Beag would be complete without a video person dedicated to Bád Eddie here. Well, Bád Eddie is called Eddie's boat because Eddie was the man who owned the boat. They brought it in from the continent sometime in the 1970s. And they beached it here planning to fix it later. But then, I don't know, things happened, they never fixed it. In the meantime, it was in a video by Clonard on YouTube, which was hit by lightning and blown up back when it was in better shape and you could actually walk on the deck. But it was just done with the magic of television. They didn't really blow it up. So now, Bád Eddie is actually, it's more photographed than the Eiffel Tower. At least that's what they say. So if you come to Gweedore, come to Bun Beag, then you definitely want to come out and see Bád Eddie at low tide. Now the name of the ship was actually Trá Mhachaire, which means friend of the sea. And before that it had a French name. So I'll put it on the description there below. So now what you have here from Bunbeg Gweedore is you have the Gweedore, Óstán Gweedore up there, which used to be a tourist attraction and a very famous place for people to stay. And it came into, well actually they started losing money because of, I don't know, tourism came down or something. Only celebrities and everyone used to come here. And so it ran into disrepair, and now some company supposedly has bought it and now they're getting it out and fixing it up. So we'll see what happens there. And looking over that way you can see Bun Beag, and you can see Eaglais in the background. So we're actually here at the Mhachaire Chlochair beach. So Trá Mhachaire Chlochair, and it's right between Gweedore, Bun Beag and Beag. Beag's over that way. So here we are in front of Droichead bags, And if you want to have a good night, fun and grand crack, then this is the place to come in Bunbeg. And so they do have live session music here, and they have good food. Drinks. It's good tavern, yeah. They don't have the food like at Dixon's, but anyway, it's still good crack here, and it's worth coming if you're in the area spending the night. Yeah, so here we are at Caifé Kitty. So if you're in the area and Caifé Kitty's open, that's a great place for a wee bit of coffee. And then over here is Sarah Lorraine's gift shop, and she has machine crafted woolens and jumpers from iron, but it's made, and the wool comes from Donegal, and it's actually made in Inishowen. Hi, so here we are at the crossroads in Bunbeg, and so if you go that way is Raidió nGaeltacht and Dobhair, and then going that way is Letterkennan, and going back this way is to the harbour, and that's where we'll be going next. So be sure and stop here and get your picture made with the sign, because that's like a tourist thing to do, but actually it's good crack. So here we are in Bunbeg Harbour and the Quay of Bunbeg, and behind us is the old grain mill and the fishing process, and the pier itself was built in the 1830s by Lord George Hill, the property owner or the landlord of the area at the time. And there's controversy about that one way or the other, but at least he built the pier here so that he'd encourage herring fishing and the grain shipments, and for the cottage industry of people making or weaving socks so that they could sell the socks here. And there was a bakery and different community services here. It's actually the smallest fishing harbour in all of Ireland, so it's a great place to come visit. Hiya, so here we are in front of Bunbeg, and this is a guest house and accommodations, like a B&B kind of thing. And I just wanted to mention that if you're here at the harbour, you can catch the ferry out to Gaoth. That's the Eland Gaoth there, that's Gaoth Island, and you can go out to Túr from here too, but a shorter trip is from Hardback. Right, so here we are still at the pier in Bunbeg. We've gone around the corner from the buildings that Lord George built, Lord George Hill, and so behind us is the Coast Guard station. So they have the Coast Guard station here, and if you don't know it, the river here is the Cloddy River, Owen Cloddy, and it comes out here, and that's why they built the harbour here. And so you have some bigger boats on this side, and of course you can go out to all the islands and to sea, leaving out that way. So. Fancy meeting you here. So here we are at the watchtower outside of Bunbeg, and just above the harbour. It was built by Lord George Hill back in the 1837 to watch for the smugglers, because smuggling was a major problem to him, I guess. And I don't see why, because crazy taxes and all the oppression there that was. But what's nice is there's a nice view up here. So you can see the Óstán Gweedore, and you can see Bád Eddie down there. You see Gaoth Island, nGaeltacht. You can look over that way and you can see Cockfulla And then looking back the other way, you can see Argyll hiding under the clouds. So we're here at the Mhachaire Church in the middle of the Bhuna Bhig in the Mhachaire beachfront here. And I'm looking down behind you that way. I can see the tower in Bunbeg, and looking that way you can see the Droichead, the Derby Mountains, and behind me is Crockfola, the Bloody Foreland. So it's a very scenic place here, and maybe you have some relatives that are buried here. You never know. But this is another place that's a bit of a hidden, out of the way part of Bunbeg and Derby. So there you go. Alright, so here we are at the Clady River, Owen Clady, and this is the Droichead Clady, so the Clady River Bridge in Bunbeg, and it was built in the 1870s, so it's worth seeing now. There's a ton of places that I'm just hitting the top of the iceberg here. If you come and explore yourself, there's plenty more to see and do here in Bunbeg and Derby and Gweedore, Dunlewy, the whole area, the Gaeltachta here. And so look for more videos on that, and if you care to subscribe, that'd be nice. And if you care to support the channel, you can always do the Buy Me a Coffee Travels with Saoirse on the links below.